Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sorry, there we go. 1 second, 1 second. We need to, is this it? There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, welcome back, watch fans. We're talking about the nasty and vicious new Rolex. I don't even know what this piece of shit is. It's a cubitus. It's unbelievable. All the window lickers, the crayon eaters, they're licking the windows. Yeah, I just saw it's. I get these stupid feeds. Like this YouTube algorithm. It just recommends me these grifter channels. All of a sudden I get the grifter of Venice. His thing pops up promoting this watch. He's spruiking this piece of shit, and I'll show you his video. The guy's I mean, he's a disgrace to himself. Of course, then you got the Oak Ranger, the Oak Cuck. He's spruiking that watch, and he's claiming that he was offered one. Like, oh, I got somebody called me. Yeah. Okay, guys, look. This channel is about one thing. Okay, it's about making money with watches. Right. Our whole focus is, you know, finding watches that have upside potential that can, double or triple in value the next couple of years, right? That's right, double and triple in value. And we've done that. Look, Patek 3940, the Ellipse, the Owl, the AP Cobra, a couple of others, I think, right? One or two others. So look, no other channel out there has given you guys more watches that actually increase in value. Look, there's a lot of channels that say, oh, the watch market is dead. You got Juan and Kino, you got these grifters saying the watch market is dead. And by the way, they are right for modern watches. And that's not a market. Again, I have nothing against modern watches. There's some modern watches I think are great. But, we're focused on watches that increase in value, right? Look, all these other channels are a bunch of losers and deadbeats, whether it's the Archie, the Bogan of Brisbane, Archie Luxury, whether it's Artem Pizdet, the one-eyed Ukrainian grifter, you got the Okuk, the watch Kukistani colony. I mean, a bunch of losers know nothing about watch. Look, they're basically newbies, right? These guys are, they think they know everything because they started reading Hodinkee 3 years ago, whatever, 4 years ago. They're COVID watch buyers, right? And all they know is, they've only been, I mean, they got into the market that was an anomaly. Okay, the idea of watches that modern watches that increase, there's an anomaly, whatever it is, right? Never happened. The only watch historically that ever sold at a premium in the last, that I know of, 30 years plus, is the Daytona. That one always sold at a bit of a premium. But outside of that, whatever. They usually go at a discount, right? Unbelievable. Look at this. We got the Duke Green Rush. But let's talk about this piece of shit watch. Let's talk about this piece of shit watch, and I'll tell you everything that's wrong with it right now. And by the way, let me give you the bottom line. Should you buy this watch? Only if you want to lose all your money. Only if you want to lose all your money. I'll tell you exactly all the nasty and vicious things about the watch. That design, let me just pause it right here. That kind of, the case, it's got the oyster quartz case, which vaguely looks like a vaguely like a Royal Oak, right? Vaguely like a Royal Oak. The problem with it is, again, it looks like a ripoff of the Royal Oak, and that is the big problem. That's number one. The case design, the whole thing is, it looks like it's trying to rip off the Royal Oak DNA. Look, and this type of thing was happening in the 70s, right? You got Gerald Judd, they did the Royal Oak, then they did the Nautilus, then they did the Yacht Club for IWC. And there was a couple of brands that were kind of doing a similar kind of, motif, right? Kind of hard edges. This is not where the market is. It's just not. It's not, it looks just like a cheap version. It looks like some sort of, I don't know, Bukyakistan version. In other words, if there was a Rolex factory in Bukyakistan, they would be turning this out. I don't know why the window lookers are going crazy for this watch. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. It's let's go to browser. Well, yeah, it's a piece of shit. Okay, it is a piece of shit. And it's nasty and it's vicious. Again, it's a cheaper version. I don't like these things that are homage or vintage inspired. I'm not into this vintage inspired stuff. Either you get the real deal, or you go modern. Either you go vintage or you go modern. I don't want to. Okay, now here's the other thing. And again, it's not, you can't wear this on a strap, right? You're not gonna be able to wear this on a strap because of the way this thing is, unless it's gonna have to be some super custom. It's just not gonna work, right? And again, these Rolex steel watches, the kind of, yeah, again, I get it. You want to wear it on a bracelet, whatever. And the bracelet is ugly. The links are flat. It just looks cheap. The one semi-positive is okay. You got a display back, but you know what? The rotor is so ugly. I mean, really, I really don't want to see that rotor. The Rolex rotor is, I don't know if the word is ugly. It's uninspired, very boring, dull. Oh, okay. Oh, they have some finishing. Oh, wow, the movement is a little bit finished. Guys, don't fall for the scam. It's a total piece of shit. Okay. Now, is it going to increase in value? That's what you're asking, right? I think in the first few months, there's going to be some hype. By who's going to be buying this? Shitheads. That's who's going to be buying this. It's going to be shitheads buying this. It's going to be guys who want to flex that tell you, oh, I got it. Oh, my AD, my AD. It's going to be guys like the Ocuck. It's going to be the Ocuck type guys. It's going to be the the pedo vibes group, right? That's who's going to be buying this piece of shit. It is an absolute seriously. I don't know. Have I made? I don't know if I don't know if I'm being too subtle. I might be too subtle, but this is a total piece of shit. This dial is, I don't know. It's kind of a mess. It has like this kind of weirdly vintage inspired thing. Again, they're trying to do some sort of vintage inspired thing, and it just doesn't work. It's just a hot mess. It really is a hot mess. The case is this. I can't get into it. It's just disgusting to watch. And this guy Roger Federer, I don't know why is he like a spokesman for these companies? Like, why is he like? I don't. This guy, what, he plays tennis? I mean, like, who gives a shit? I mean, this guy is just. He's a dullard. He really is a dull. He's a dullard. All right. Retro Slim integrated. No, listen. Everything is wrong about the watch. The. Let me tell you who. Who's. Oh yeah, that's right. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I didn't even know this. I had no idea. Yeah, the rotor thing is bullshit. Okay, Oh, by the way, look at that rotor. There's a lot of cost engineering. It's a very, it's not a solid chunk. It's like they got like a little, they here we go. They got, it's mostly open. It's mostly open. There we go. See, it's mostly open. It's not one piece of gold. It's mostly open. I don't know why they're doing this. The rotor is ugly. That's the problem. If you look at these guys who do display, who does beautiful rotors? JLC is, I think, one of the best. Glashütte is also beautiful. I love their logo. I just like the JLC and the Glashütte logo on the gold rotors. I think those are the best. I think those are my favorite gold rotors. Who else does a nice gold rotor? Not Patek. Not Patek. The Patek rotor. The micro rotor is like, it's a little like, looks like a little penny. You got the regular rotor is, I don't know, nothing special. AP, what about their rotors? They're kind of bullshit. I don't know. They're just dull, very dull. JLC does a beautiful rotor, as does Glashütte. Now this is a piece of shit. So I don't want to see it. I'm just not. Why would I want to look at this abomination in the back here? Why would I want to see that? You know what they did? You know what these people did? They you know, this display back. They copied Artisan de Genève. You know, who were doing the display backs. Yeah, it's just trash. It's pure trash. Pure trash. Now, here's what's very interesting. Yeah, the JLC. Oh, no, no, actually, no, no. The modern. No, my watch is old. My watch is like 10 years old. No, the new modern, the JLC rotors, like since like 2017, have been beautiful. 2017 or 2018 is when they started making good ones. Yeah, they call it the Land Dweller. I think they should call it the Bathhouse Dweller. That should be the name. Now, look at the people who love this watch. That everything you need to know about this watch tells you why it's a piece of shit. Juan and Kino, that guy Juan, he loves this watch because it reminds him of the original Oyster Quartz when he was, I mean, that guy's older than Methuselah. I mean, Juan was wearing a Submariner when he was building the Ark with Noah. Okay, that's how long he's been wearing the Submariner, since Noah, and he was wearing this in 1980 or something. He's a tomato can. You got the O'Cock, who's the ultimate tomato can. Now he's going to get this watch because he wants to use it to like impress young gentlemen. He's going to be cruising for he's going to be doing some bathhouse cruising, and you know who else loves this watch? Guess who else loves this watch? Speaking of grifters, this Bukiak, the grifter of Venice, the Bukiak of Venice. That's what we're going to call him. We're going to call him the Bukiak of Venice. I'm going to put. I gotta put this guy on triple speed because the guys talk so slow. I get the whole thing with talk slow, low and slow. I think it was John Wayne that said that. Hey, you gotta talk low and slow. Now let's see what this Bukiak has to say about the shithead watch. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is gonna be the most sought after. Okay, absolutely not. Look, this watch is going to fizzle out. Mark my words. Guys, mark my words. This watch will fizzle out in about, normally I'd say 6 months, but let's give it 9 months. This watch will fizzle out by January of next year. Okay? It's going to fizzle out so hard. It's going to be like the new Coke. You guys remember New Coke? You don't remember New Coke? You Google it. Coke changed the flavor out, I think, in the 80s. You guys don't remember that? You Google it. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's what it was reminding me of. I actually don't know these brands like Tissot, but I've seen pictures of them. Like I've never actually touched one. I don't want to touch them because you touch a Tissot or Timex, you get diseases. Um, yeah, it's a total. But this guy is such a moron. This guy is, I mean, it's amazing that he thinks of himself as some sort of watch guru expert. I mean, this guy's a bukiak. I mean, this guy didn't even buy his first real watch until again, he's a COVID watch bro. He's one of these COVID watch bros. There's a whole bunch of guys who, they were wearing Timex watches or Casio G-Shocks. All of a sudden, everybody's an expert. All of a sudden, they're all hodinkis. Exactly. Yeah, he would kill himself. The watch is a piece of shit. It's the worst of 70s design. It's terrible. You know what? Look, the case is not that bad. What really bothers me is that bracelet. I think the original bracelet on the Oyster was better. Um, yeah, it's Hubcap Central. Yeah, a lot of repos going on. By the way, speaking of repos, the Puerto Rican Charlie Brown, who works for the Muppet Boiler Room channel, Deputy Droopy Dog. This is what we hear from our good friend Kino. So Puerto Rican Charlie Brown had to sell his BMW. What did he had? Some sort of like the Keith, Kith. I don't know how do you pronounce that. That's that stupid like streetwear brand or something. I don't know. And he was always showing off that car on Instagram. The problem with BMW, it's like the type of car, when you have a BMW, basically says you can't afford like a real car. Like you want to flex, but you can't afford like the real deal. It's sort of it's like a compromise car. It's like the Archie luxury car. By the way, speaking of grifters, you know who had a BMW? Speaking of grifters, speaking of Archie luxury, his AAA guest, he had a guy on who I think was the most entertaining person I've ever seen on YouTube. The guy he had on, that's right, the Kith. He had a guy on. He had this guy on. What did he call himself? Very articulate guy. He was the guy that tried to scam Archie from the Gold Submariner. He was on the other day. His name is I don't know. I think he was using actually his real name. And he was in the Philippines or something. And I think, man, this guy is such a good guy. Like this guy's entertaining, like AAA. Like this this is like I can actually listen to what the guy says because but here's the thing: the guy gives off like con man vibes, right? He reminds me of like a con man in a comedy, like a Chevy Chase or a Steve Martin, and that guy. So I figured, let me Google him. Maybe I'll have him on as a guest. And I find this guy so Archie's guest, this guy that was on, he there's an old article from like 20 years ago, 2002. So this guy, I think in 1990, this guy's like in his 60s. He's in good shape, right? He's in his 60s. And I think he's got like a 25-year-old Filipino girlfriend that he's renting or something. He's importing her. He's like sex trafficking. So this guy, I think in the early 90s, he rented a BMW convertible. He rented a BMW. That's the guy. He rented a BMW convertible. And then he reported it stolen. He reported the car stolen. And hold on, but it gets better. And then he was driving it for the next year. The guy was driving the car for the next year. And he was arrested by the Popo in Beverly Hills. That's right. They pulled him over or something. Anyway, the guy was arrested. I don't know how he escaped going to jail. Somehow he escaped. He got like some sort of whatever. And but this guy, I mean, I knew, when I saw this guy, I knew something about this guy just gives off that grifter, like real grifter vibe. Like I'm talking about a professional grifter. Now, I don't know the guy. I don't know what the deal is. Like, who knows what's going on. But you Google that guy, you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, unbelievable. All right, so this Bukiak, let's see what he's got to say about this. Oh, by the way, look at this. Okay, so he's got, look at this. He's doing he's rubbing his chin. He wants to show you his Royal Oak. He's got the Royal Oak shitter, the chronograph. Again, this has got to be the absolute worst Royal Oak to get, the chronograph, because I'll tell you three reasons. Three reasons why wearing this watch tells people you're a Bukiak. Okay, number one is, if you're going to get a chronograph, a sport watch, there's only one choice, the Daytona. Okay, I'm not even a fan of the Daytona, but if I were to get a chronograph, that's the iconic chronograph. That's the real deal. Okay, that's the icon. That's the one that's going to have lasting staying power. These the AP Royal Oak chronograph is unreliable. It's a piece of shit. They break. And here's the other problem with it, right? When you're looking at a Royal Oak, you want the dial, right? You want to see the beauty of the dial. It's got the beautiful tapisserie design. You don't want these little sub dials. You want to enjoy the full dial, and it's too busy. These sub dials that take up a lot of space. It just nobody. And here's the thing: nobody ever uses a chronograph, right? Nobody actually uses a chronograph. So why the fuck would you buy this? Unless you're a Chomo stan. So this is the reasons why. Oh, okay, he's trying to be cute. Oh, he's got the movie voiceover. Okay. So he's telling you why he thinks the watch is going to be like, again, he said, this Bukiak is telling you that this is going to be their greatest hit ever. Again, totally dead wrong. You're going to see very shortly. But he's saying, okay, it's shiny. Oh, look at this. I tell brands that I work with when they're designing. Oh, he's a consultant. The guy's a consultant. I mean, can you imagine? Would you hire this Bukiak to be a design consultant. I mean, this guy has horrible taste. I mean, this guy's fucking horrible taste. He's got the cheap overcoat with the non-functioning buttonholes, fake with the fake stitching. I mean, this guy's like a world-class tomato can. Like a literal, this is a Strianese tomato can, pomodoro. That's true. Well, you want shiny, but you don't, there's a fine line, right? There was a Patek Philippe um, Neptune, the Patek Neptune that came out in the late 90s, which was all polished steel, integrated sports watch, the Neptune. It was a disaster. It was just too fucking shiny, and that's what this problem is. Yeah. Look, this guy's such a bukiak. He doesn't even understand this. The original oyster quartz was a ripoff of the Royal Oak. That's what it was. Okay, it was a ripoff of the Royal Oak. See, this is why you got to click the join button. Look at that ugly rotor. Wow, that is so nasty. Look, the original oyster quartz. Let me repeat once again for you tomato cans. The original oyster quartz that this is based on was a blatant ripoff of the Royal Oak. That's what was going on in the 70s. Everybody was trying to copy the Royal Oak because that was a breakthrough design. That was like an innovation. That was avant-garde. Avant-garde. You don't know what avant-garde is? You Google it. So you got a copy of a copy of a copy. That's what this is. Man, that rotor, I can't even look at it. Oh, this is what he's doing. He's leaving on the puddle, on the thing. By the way, that whole thing with the AP, that stuff is fizzling out very quickly. The whole thing where you gotta go on the journey with us. You gotta be blah blah blah. You gotta buy 1159. You gotta buy three code. Listen, fuck that. Okay, listen. The Royal Oak. Here's the problem. Here's the other problem. Right, that design is getting very very tired. Okay, it is very tired. It's a 70s design. We had again, these designs, they come back in and out of style, right? It's like lapel widths, necktie widths, skirt lengths. Things go in and out of fashion. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The Patek Neptune is for the bottom of the sea. Yeah, exactly. It is the ultimate tomato can. It's made out of legitimate like Strianese tomato can. The tomato sauce can. That's what it is. We got to get some money here. We got to get some super chat donations. We got a bunch of bukyaks leaving comments. They haven't given a nickel yet. A nickel. We need some money to pay the bills here. Uh yeah. The design was yeah. That's what it is. You know what is? I think that watch gives off like some sort of Tissot vibe. It gives off Tissot nasty, dirty vibes. The Ocuck. Yeah, look, what's going on with the AP? This is my thought on the AP Royal Oak. Here's my again. I repeated this multiple times. I think with the Royal Oak, the design is people are going to get very tired of it. Price are going to drop. Again, people are just they want novelty, they want the new thing. Now, am I going to sell my Royal Oak, the Owl? No, I'm not gonna sell because it's an honest design. That watch is late '90s, so it's okay. I think if you buy any Royal Oak pre 2010, again, you got to go pre 2010, you're gonna be okay. There we go. Finally, we get some money from these bukyaks. All right, there we go. Pay up in that. Exactly, exactly. Um, unbelievable, unbelievable. That's right. We got exactly. Yeah, it's a cult. That's what this is. It's a cult. So this guy, this tomato. That's right. We got to get. If you want me to shake that ass, you gotta throw some 20s, not dollars. Okay. You're gonna TRX. So again, that's what it is. TRX, whatever it's called. Look, either you get the original or you just stay out. You get the real deal. And by the way, again, with Royal Oak, I would not be buying the new ones. I think you're gonna look. You're kind of gonna look silly. I think in a few years. I think it's gonna have that COVID era vibe. The COVID era um, taint. Right. So what's going to happen is people are going to say, "Oh, it's the poor man's Royal Oak." It's going to have a stigma. This watch is a stigma watch. It's a poor man's Royal Oak. That's what this is. Okay, that's it. We just named it. Poor man's Royal Oak. For the brokesters, bust down at first. Yeah, because people are going to go. The window looker is going to go crazy. Okay. Um, every like literally everybody in Chomo stand, we're talking about the watch Okuk colony, these grifters, they're gonna like, I gotta get this watch. I gotta get this watch. And then like I think maybe by September it's gonna be 25% below retail. 25% below. You Google it, you mark my words. The biggest piece of shit ever. I mean, again, total trash. That's the other thing I hate about this watch. It doesn't make any sense. You got the 6, the 9, but where's the 3? It's a hot mess. I do have to say one thing: the silvery white dial. I think the dial is actually going to be pretty good looking, but it's cheap. You know what it is? It's got the geometric design of the Royal Oak because again, they're trying to rip off the tapisserie. I got to tell you something. I've seen the Cubitus. They have one here. I've seen it here. I'm not impressed. I mean, it's like I don't know what the fuck is this. It's like it's very big. The watch, the dial is huge. It feels disproportionate to the bracelet. That's the problem. The dial feels like it's totally disproportionate. By the way, fuck Mark Wahlberg. Like Mark Wahlberg, what is he like? The style icon? He's like Mr. Style. I mean, Mark Wahlberg is a piece of shit. I mean, he really is a piece of shit. I mean, he's an okay actor, I guess. Um, yeah, the guy is a bukyak. I mean, he's got some clothing brand. I see this municipal. What the fuck is that clothing brand? I mean, why would I buy this clothing that says municipal on? Because it says municipal? What does that mean even? I don't even know what it means. Again, another bukyak. Who gives a shit about Roger Federer? Like really? Like who gives a shit about Roger Federer? That's like the Okak. The Okak. Listen, okay, new movement. Who gives a shit about movements? I mean, new bowel movement. It's a bowel movement. Okay, nobody gives a shit about these moves. Oh, look at this. We're getting money. We're getting money coming in. Okay, there we go. We got donations. The donations, finally. Finally, we're getting some donations here. Oh, look at it. The last bastion of free speech. It is. This is the last bastion of free speech. There we go. It's the last bastion. This is the only channel that tells you the truth. It tells you how it is, okay? All these other channels, they're all basically, you know, grifters. They're doing like, you know, they're just doing some insurance fraud. I mean, Archie, hang on. I got to pull this up. Hang on. I'm going to pull up this guy. Hang on a second. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to show you this article about this guy. Okay, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. So this is the guy that was on Archie's channel. He claims to be a terrorist hunter. I don't know if he claimed he was trying to get a reward of $5 million for some guy in the Philippines that was the terrorist that was killed. He would claim there's a whole cockamamie article. Hold up. Now here's the good article. This is unbelievable. Here comes the article. There we go. Uh-oh. There's Archie. Uh-oh. Hang on. Is this on? Uh-oh. I'm like Rain Man. Uh-oh. This is the guy. This is the younger version of that guy that was an Archie. I mean, uh-oh. What does the article say? Water board candidate has checkered past with law enforcement and courtrooms. October 31, Halloween 2002, a candidate for Las Virgenes Municipal Water District Directors who has an affinity for luxury cars ran into trouble with the law in the early 90s that led to a felony auto theft complaint and other serious charges. Court records obtained by the aircraft. Marcus Allen Frischman, a 43-year-old Calabasas resident, 43 years old. So the guy is now, what, 66? Wow. The guy looks in good shape for in the 60s. Was sentenced to 90 days in L.A. County Jail. Like, just like, who else was in L.A. County Jail? You know who else was in L.A. County Jail? Anthony. That's right, Anthony. This guy's like an Anthony alumni. He was sentenced to L.A. County Jail, and ultimately served in a work furlough. He got out. He didn't go to jail. He got a work furlough program. So I guess he didn't go to jail. Somebody pulled some strings there through Lost Hills Sheriff's Station. Lost Hills. Is that like central? Frischman received a total of 5 years probation. 5 years probation for stealing a rental car and disturbing the peace. That's Archie's number one guest. That's right, this guy. Unbelievable truth. Oh, Will Smith has a ranch in Lost Hills. Wow. Did Kurlock steal all the leads? By the way, from what I understand, it's hard out there for the channels. I hear from what I see, the super chats seem to be down. The super chat economy is suffering. It must be the economy. But this is great. So okay, so what happened? So this guy is like running for the water. What is the water board? Oh, okay, this is the best. Okay, here's the best. So this guy should be a member of our channel. This guy should be joining this channel. He should be a member. Why? He's a legitimate aristocrat. It says operating under the alias Marcus Allen de Rothschild. Okay, so it's not just Rothschild. He goes de Rothschild. Okay. So it gives it that French, like, you know, Marcus Allen de Rothschild. Frischman rented a BMW convertible from a Phoenix, Arizona rental car agency in 1990. According to a complaint filed in Beverly Hills Municipal Court, he reported the vehicle as stolen and filed a false insurance claim. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like Anthony? Does that sound like Archie luxury. Does that sound like Archie Bukiakistan? Uh, wow, where's that? Lost Hills. Where is Lost Hills exactly? Calabasas. Calabasas. I, I don't. What is it? Isn't the idea to live on the water? Isn't the whole thing that you want to live on the water? Oh, I remember I had a client. I went out somewhere where the Kardashians live. Um, I think I went out to visit a guy who wanted to sell me some paintings. I think it was that area, like I think it was called Lawson. It's like a lot. It's like a horse. It's like a lot of people have horses there. Big, like they have like white picket. You can like ride horses basically. You can ride horses in this giant community. It's not gate. It's like it was very expensive. I mean, the guy's house was kind of a piece of shit. Big house, but kind of a piece of shit. And I think the Kardashians lived next to him. Wherever the Kardashians are, this would have been 15 years ago, 14 years ago. So wherever the Kardashians were, that's where he was. He was like that area, which was, I don't get it. I don't understand the why people want to live there, but whatever. Um, but let's see. Let's continue. Marcus Allen de Rothschild. That guy sounds like a member of our channel. He's a legitimate baron. I mean, this. You know what? Instead of coming up with this fugazi name, he could have just said, "I am Baron Frischman. I'm a member. I'm a paid member of the Watch Reporter channel. I'm an aristocrat." All right. Anyway, the L.A. County District Attorney filed 4 felony charges, including insurance fraud. He pleaded guilty to the unlawful taking of a vehicle. When the court reduced the felony to a misdemeanor in '95. Wow, this is a long case. Frischman sought to have the case expunged from all court records. Judge Bernard Kamens denied Frischman's request, stating in court documents that even though the defendant paid some restitution, he violated probation on multiple occasions, and the court already gave him a break by making a misdemeanor. Wow. Okay, now here comes the excuse. This is unbelievable. It was a rental car with an outstanding bill. I was cut off from a family trust. Which family trust? The Rothschild family trust? The theft bought me some time so I could figure out what to do. Oh, okay. He was cut off from a family trust. He had to steal the car. I don't know. Frischman, who said he regularly spends thousands of dollars on luxury and exotic car rentals from Beverly Hills and other locations, characterized his actions as very bad, poor judgment from a rich kid who didn't want to return his car. Hold on a second. Very bad, poor judgment from a rich kid who didn't want to return his car. Okay. I mean, that's a good excuse. Crosslow, when he involved in 1990 assault incident in Woodland Hills. I guess he was trying to run somebody over with a car or something. Neighbor. Anyway, the story goes on. Anyway, this guy, I don't know, he's running for what? Very weird stuff. Records indicate, while on felony probation in 93, Frischman applied. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. While felony probation in 93, Frischman applied for the City of Calabasas Community Policing Commission. Wait, this guy's running for like different commissions, different like the Water Commission. What's the deal? Is it like, are these things where you get paid? Like, what is? Records indicate that over the past 21 years, Frischman's name has also appeared on at least a dozen civil cases covering a variety of small claims, contract, and general law matters. Wow. You know what? This guy sounds like Archie Luxury's like smarter brother. I mean, this is Archie Luxury's smarter brother, basically. This is like Archie Luxury's more successful grifter. This is Archie's more successful grifter brother. Woodland Hills. Exactly. I don't know. It's hard out there. Uh, from the 405. Really? How's that? On Sunset? Really? From nobody's out there? What's going on? What is going on? That's funny. Greg Davis. No, I don't know. He's got the whole show is a grift. Archie's a fucking criminal. I mean, you believe that whole robbery thing? Let's see. Lost Hills. Who? Wait, Is the Cuck getting more money, more super chats than Uncle Curly, than Don Corleone? Il Pagliacci de Chomostan, the Pagliacci de Chomostan. I don't understand who watches that guy's channel. I find him so cringy, so fucking cringy. I really don't get it. I mean, Curly's entertaining. Curly's very funny. I mean, I have to say, Curly is actually funny. I mean, you could take it for a little bits and pieces. Even Archie is, he has moments when he's entertaining. Okay. The Cuck is the most cringiest chomo I've ever heard in my life. I mean, it's just disgusting. So Cuck is funneling all big money donors. Oh, he's getting. There we go. He's stealing the leads. He's stealing the lead. Oh, that's what. So what he does is he tells all these bukyaks, "Hey, give me your phone number. I want to invite you to a party. There's a party in your mouth and everyone's coming. Give me your number." So basically, he gets everybody's phone number, and then he texts them, and complains if they meet with Watch Nicholas or they go on other channels. This is a grown man that tells other grown men which channels they can and can't watch. I mean, that's how creepy it is. And he shares hotel rooms with, again, twinks, young twinks. Very, very, just creepy. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, you might. What do you call it? You might get deported. You might get deported to La Isla de Cucaracha. That's what's going on. Okay. So, that's right. That's what's going on. He's schmoozing the donors, and Curly's yapping. He's and the Cuck he's like a little weasel. He's a weasel. He's a little weasel. Now, what happened with the colonies? What did he? Is he no longer involved with the colony? I don't even know what's going on. The colonies no more? I have no idea what's going on. I can't keep track of these fucking channels. Oh, listen. I don't want to hear this Bukyak talking about movements. I mean, he really knows nothing about movements. I know nothing. I know nothing about movements. I will tell you that. Okay, I will tell you I know nothing about movements. And you know who knows less than me? This guy. I don't want to hear him telling me about movement. Who cares? Who cares? Really? I mean, there's incremental benefits. It's a very margin. Like, Rolex. I'm wearing right now, like literally as we speak. I got the date. A 1970. I got a 50-year-old Rolex on my wrist. Okay. There's no issues with it. I think it's been serviced once. I serviced it couple years ago, and I had the watch. I've had this watch since like 1998. Okay, I've had the watch 25 years, more than 25 years. And you know what? I bet when I got the watch, it was never serviced. So the watch was serviced once in 50 years. You know, I mean, it was the only reason I serviced it was because it was losing a few minutes a week. It started to lose a few minutes a week. You know, that's what was going on. Um, yeah, you know, I mean, you know, with the power reserve on the watch is whatever. I don't know, 30 hours, 48 hours is more than enough. You don't need more than that. They're going to look like old hat. No, they're not. I mean, nobody's going to want this disgusting rotor. I mean, it looks like I don't know. It's nasty. It's vicious. Mm, yeah. Uh, OCS mugshot. Was Curly in prison? Now, what's the deal with Curly? Was he in prison, or did he go to jail for like a day or something? Was he like in county jail, or was he like actually locked up? Was he like sentenced? Did he do like serious time? From what I heard, he only like was arrested for like, I don't know, getting into a fight with somebody at a gay bathhouse. And he was out like the next day or something. He was bailed out. Uh, once that's so funny. That is so funny. That is, see, that's what this guy does. He's like a, what do you call it? He's just like a little weasel. He's a little I mean, can you imagine? Not even a weasel. Can you imagine? How do you tell people not to go to a certain channel? Like, I don't even tell people not to go to channels. Like, I despise half the. I like listen. I hate Tim Wright. I mean, I don't hate. Like, I don't have any like, you know, it's not that emotional, but I mean, I think Archie's a piece of shit. Tim Wright is. I mean, I think all these guys are a piece of shit. But I don't tell people not to go on those channels. I would never in my life tell somebody not to. Even the old cuck, I would not tell somebody not to go on his channel. I mean, who am I to tell people what channels to go to? And I'm just saying, hey, you want to be a loser, you go to those channels. But this guy, what this guy does is, if he sees you, if he sees Finn, the number one, if he sees you on this channel, he's gonna ban you. He's gonna ban you from making comments on his channel. That's what he does. That's what he does. So these fucking losers, these little cowards. Yeah, listen, all these people are just so spineless. They're all guys like that guy Keslowitz, who's a piece of shit. That Keslowitz, who like makes low budget porn films in Chatsworth. I mean, they're all just such fucking losers. I mean, it's so sad. But that's that's funny. Let me see here. Uh, exactly. The Okuk wants to be the pontiff. I think the pontiff. I think there is no pontiff. I think it's decentralized. I think I should be the pontiff. I mean, I think I'm the only legitimate. You know, I really should be the pontiff because I'm the only legitimate Patek collector on the Strems. I mean, actually, when you think about it, I'm actually the only legitimate Patek Philippe collector on all these channels because number one is I got okay. It's not even just by the like Arch go, oh, the body count, but no, it's real Pateks. Patek 3940, Patek travel time. You got that? Okay, then we got Patek Ellipse, which I had before all the hype. So you got three so far. And Patek Gondolo and another Ellipse integrated bracelet. So I got five Pateks, okay? Five, count them, five Patek Philippe's from different eras, from the early 70s up through 2005, okay? Or 2010. Okay, 5 Patek Philippe's, including 2 complications, like legitimate complications. Perpetual calendar 3940G, the top G, okay? The travel time, which is, great watch, undervalued. And then we got 2 ellipses. All right, so I mean, like, who's the pontiff now? Again, I'm not some Archie who buys 5 identical watches. Archie had 3 or 5. No, he had 5 identical Calatravas. Okay, I'm not doing this. I'm actually I'm like a real Patek collector. I mean, I don't want to call myself a Patek collector. I don't like that. Sounds creepy because I don't even like the company. I mean, no, but it's just it just happens to be, and I'm probably going to get rid of one of them. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of one of them. I'm going to get rid of one of them. I'm going to be down to 4 Pateks. Yeah. Exactly. uh, Unbelievable. That's right. 5. I agree. The Calatrava with a date window is, I mean, that watch is a crime against humanity. That guy should be arrested by that international criminal court, that fake criminal court, that Bukiak criminal court that they have. But the guy, the head judge there, the Pakistani guy, his brother is like a rapist or something. I mean, the whole thing is a goof, right? But that criminal court, the fake criminal court, they should arrest Archie for wearing a Calatrava with a date window. You don't wear a date window on a Calatrava. The Calatrava is supposed to be an elegant, clean watch. Clean, elegant, time only. Time only. Maybe you have a second, a sub dial for seconds. That's kind of cool. Sub dial for seconds, not a sweeping second hand. I don't want to see that. So the Okuk transferred leads. Oh, to the colony. Oh, look at that! Wow, the weasel. I'm curious though, because I'm just like, do you think that people will actually? Here's what I don't. Okay, all kidding aside, I personally don't like the guy because I think he's just a creepy pedophile. Like, I mean, he gives off that creepy pedo. Okay, I'm not saying he's a pedo. I'm not saying he committed pedophilia, but he gives off pedo vibes. Okay, let me be clear. I'm not saying anybody's a pedophile. He could be. He very well could be. Okay, his cousin, which is Anthony Weiner. Anthony Weiner is a registered sex offender, right? And now the Okuk, he gives off pedo vibes. He's probably more of like just like a power bottom. He's like a sassy power bottom for Asian twinks and Latino twinks. That's his type. Sassy power bottom Okuk. But who actually watches this guy? Does he like? Does he pressure people to watch his channel and leave comments and all that shit, and leave super chats? Because, and why? Like, what did he claim he's going to get him a watch at retail? Like, what is that? Like, the people who watch the Okuk channel have got to be really the dumbest people. Like, really, they're guys like Kessler, who's basically a mongoloid. I mean, that Kessler guy is basically a fucking retard with terrible, bad taste. I'm getting buying all the wrong watches. Yeah, I really should have the Patek. The Patek. It's funny. The pontiff of grifting. Exactly. Yeah, he likes the young Oriental gentleman. Young Oriental gentleman. He's the power bottom. He wants him to, give him he messages him via WhatsApp. That's what's going on. He's messaging them. He's messaging them via WhatsApp. And then that's right. And tells him, hey, look, I can get you, whatever, a Tiffany dial. I can get you A Tiffany perpetual calendar, perpetual calendar, Tiffany dial at retail. Oh yeah. WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp. Let's go back to the Grifter Venice. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on there. A slim watch means elegance. This guy wears these bulky, stupid watches. He doesn't know any. Okay, this watch is not elegant. The bracelet, that bracelet is too thick. It's a little too thick. Seriously, it's a bracelet's too thick. It's not an elegant watch. The case is, I can see the case is a little bit slimmer than your usual Rolex. I mean, the proportions of the case I actually like. I think, actually, you know what? I think the case is actually the same as a regular Rolex Datejust. It's just the way they, on the sides, they made it look thinner, but it's really not. It's the same thickness. I think that's what's going on. But this is not an elegant watch by any means. And it's not thin. What? 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 Elegance? Okay. The Royal Oak chronograph, there's nothing elegant about that watch. First of all, it's too thick, it's too big, it's too bulky. And that's not an elegant watch. I'm sorry. A Daytona is an elegant watch, actually. A Daytona, I think a Daytona not the ceramic, just the regular, like a white gold blue dial. That's an elegant watch. Not what this guy had. And let me tell you how bad it is. They got this honeycomb pattern. Why do they have a honeycomb pattern on the dial? Because they're trying to steal a geometric shape from the Royal Oak. This is the poor man's Royal Oak. The Royal Oak has a tapisserie dial. The tapisserie, it's got the engraved, whatever you call it. Here, it's like a printed whatever, also with a geometric pattern. Again, it's a poor man's Royal Oak. That's what this is. It's sort of like, a Chinese-made Royal Oak. That's what this is. Yeah, gangbang. Hang on a second. We got a groomie. Oh, you're in the OC WhatsApp group? Wow. What goes on in this WhatsApp group? No, seriously. Well, what goes on in this WhatsApp group? What is he like? What goes on? Like, are there messages every day? Give us the inside scoop. Give us the inside scoop. We want to know what's going on. We want the inside scoop. They got rid of people. They got rid of people. Oh my God. They got rid of. No, come on, Finn. What is going on? What is going on in this group? What goes on there? Come on, come on. You're gonna be what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? No, seriously, what goes on in this group? What is he like? Is it a bunch of like this? Does he ask guys to like send him dick pics or something? Does he have like PP pictures that he's trading? I mean, is it like some sort of pedo stuff? Like, what's going on? No, like really, what is going on this channel? What goes on there? Yeah, you got to send dick pics. But what is, here's, explain to me this. Explain to me this. What is this like? I'm actually, I don't understand. What is this? This guy is like sort of like the what do you call it? Rasputin. He's the Rasputin. He's the what is this Rasputin type hold that he has over these twinks? Like, what's this? Like, why do these people like even like the dummy like Kesselowitz? I mean, the guy is like a fucking retard, right? A guy like Kesselowitz. I mean, this is a fucking grown man. He's what is he, 30s, and he gets a text from the old cucks telling him, "Oh, you can't go to this event because it's an insult or something." What is this hold that he has over people? Like, what is it like? He knows nothing about watches. I mean, the guy is just a piece of garbage. He's a loser. He wears Skechers shoes. He's got an above ground pool with vinyl floors. I mean, explain. Yeah. No, the gestures and the voice are like ultra gay, like super gay, like no, like 100% gay, like and not in a good way. Not in a good way, not like in a fabulous way, like in a creepy way. That's right. He was telling Kessel not to go in the Nick. Yeah. Can you imagine? I don't understand that. Like, what is that all about? Like, why would a grown man listen to another guy telling him what he can or can't do? Oh, come on, come on. Listen. No, he's like, listen. I talk about Malcolm Ford. Hey, listen, there's a lot of guys who are, they're, they get married for convenience or whatever. Not it's just like to make the family look good or whatever. Social pressure. Listen, Malcolm Forbes, the Forbes magazine, great publisher. Malcolm Forbes, great guy. Malcolm Forbes had like 5 kids. Malcolm Forbes had 5 kids, and great guy. And he got divorced, and then, I don't know. And then he was dating Elizabeth Taylor. If anybody knows who Elizabeth Taylor was, if you don't know, Google it. Right? Like, she was supposed to be like this bombshell back. This is like in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. No, excuse me, late 80s. Okay. And then he died. He died like, in his 60s. It was like kind of shocking, like around 1990. And then we found out the guy died of AIDS. Malcolm Forbes, from from what we understand, he died of AIDS. Malcolm Forbes. Found years later it came out. But I know a guy who told me that he remembers Malcolm Forbes, who would like from the 80s, because this guy was like in the club scene. He says, "Oh yeah, Malcolm Forbes would be always driving around town in a stretch limo. Remember those stretch limos they had in the 80s? In a stretch limo, he'd be wearing like the whole leather daddy outfit, and he'd have all these like young guys with him, these young twinks." Actually, that's the first time I heard the word twink. This is the first time I heard the word twink. So twinks. So he had these twinks. He had the leather daddy, because Malcolm Forbes, he was riding Harley Davidsons, and he'd always be wearing like the leather chaps and all that. Well, it wasn't just for the motorcycles. All right. Yeah, he watches all the chat. Yeah, look at it. That is so fucking creepy. That is so creepy. That is just so creepy. I mean, yeah, it's weird. Uh, he wants the big money donors to be exclusive when it's no, but why? He explained to me. So why do people like put up with his stuff? Like, I mean, I actually like I can't listen to him. I find him super cringy. Like Archie, I could, like I could watch an Archie thing if he actually has something decent to talk about, like, he can go on a 5-minute thing. Okay, I can let Curly, I can listen to Curly for 15 minutes. Curly's very entertaining. Um, the other people don't have anything to say, like, but this guy is just he makes my ears bleed. He's got that pedo vibes going. He's got the pedo vibes. Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor was the beard. Use But what is the content in the WhatsApp group? Like, what do they talk about? Like, is there like daily messages? Like, what goes on in the WhatsApp group? Come on, spill the beans or spill the tea. Spill the tea, as they say. Yeah, no, well, Elizabeth Taylor was hot. I'll tell you, Elizabeth Taylor was smoking hot, when she was 20. But she was kind of. I mean, look, she was like a chubby cougar by the time Malcolm Forbes had her, in the 80s. Listen, I wouldn't throw her out of bed. Uh, the guy's got vinyl floors. He's got look, everything you got to know about the Ocock. Everything you need to know about the Ocock is he's flexing a Patek. He does a YouTube video with showing up the Patek annual, the 5396, which again is a entry level complication. He's flexing that watch and on top of vinyl floors, like literally cheap vinyl floors are 99 cents a foot at Home Depot, and there's like a boot print there. Oh, wow, that is so creepy. Wow, that is so creepy. Wow. Wow. But what I don't understand. Guilt? Like what? Like who gives a shit what this guy thinks? Like who gives a shit what like this guy? I mean, this guy's like a nobody. Like why do people like these, like even again like a guy like a Kessler, right? Why does a guy like Kessler actually give a shit about what this like what is this guy, some sort of Svengali, some sort of Rasputin? I mean, fuck, it's unbelievable. No, it's nasty and vicious. It is. It is that exact. Well, that's what it is. It's a whole weird homoerotic thing. That's what I find very creepy about it. The whole thing is weirdly. It's got a weird homoerotic thing. I'm not even joking about that. Not a joke. The guy's got a weird homoerotic thing going with these. It's fucking creepy. Creepy. He wants to be taken out to dinners. Ah. Uh, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, he puts the donors on and he strokes their ego just the right way. uh, no, I find his voice super like very, very like creepy gay. It's got the legitimately pedophile voice. He's got like if pedophiles have a sound, that's the pedo sound. He's got the Ocock has the pedo sound. That's what it is. It's just very cringy. I find it super cringy. I think I know what you're talking about. I think because he does like a thing. Oh, our good friends. Oh, blah blah blah. But it's just so like over the top, creepy and cringy. Uh, I can't believe that these guys actually take it seriously. I mean, it's yeah. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, this guy must be a big money donor. This guy must be the big money donor. He was massaging. What did he tell you? Come on, tell us. What did he tell you? Yeah. What did he tell you? Now, okay, now listen, Finn. By the way, Finn, first of all, how old are you and what do you look like? I'm not asking for no, how are you his type? Because he's got a certain physical type, you know. He likes the twinks. Are you Asian or Latino? Slim Asian Latino, hairless, waxed, anal waxed, and bleached. Now I'm curious, who is the Ocock taken out for an anal waxing and bleaching before the Geneva Watch Show. Did he send Keselowitz his anal waxing coupon? Did Kessler get the anal waxing coupon so that he's prepared for hijinks, the hijinks at the hotel in Geneva? Okay, that's what we need to know. Hang on, we got one more thing here. We got one more thing. Oh, hang on, quick pivot, quick Chomo pivot. I just saw a story in the New York Post. This is funny. Okay, I just saw this. I wanted to bring this up on the Watch Nicholas thing, but I don't know. He's MIA, so we'll have to cover it. We're going to have the exclusive. But okay, so there's a TV show called Boy Meets World. That sounds, kind of like a pedo type of show, but it was a TV show, and the producer had they had food fights. I've never seen the show. So they said they had food fights, and it was a sexual thing. Just like Don Corleone, il Pagliacci di Chomostan. Okay, so he's saying there were food fights. A producer had a food fetish, and that's why there were food fights on the show. We had a producer on the show that had a very strange food fetish. Not foot fetish, but food fetish. It was almost like a sexuality when it came to food. So that's where he was going with this. On the Pod Meets World podcast, blah, 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 blah. Hang on, let's get to the creepy stuff. Investigates a food fight, a sexual thing. By the way, this is interesting. Look at this picture. Now, this is a picture from the 90s, I guess. This is a little bit, it's kind of a, wait, what's going on here? Yeah, no, this is definitely a very sexual picture. I mean, like, it's got a weird, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can see what's going on here. So one guy has his head in this guy's lap. He's got his head in her lap. You can see what's going on. This is fucking creepy. This is like a giant circle jerk, or I don't even know what you call it, but this is so this is what they look like now. And apparently the producer, whose name was Curly, he had a food fetish. And Curly's into that. He's got a food fetish. Corey and Topanga have one. Okay, I think there's a movie called 9.5 Weeks where they have sex in a food fight. That movie was mentioned to me during the episode about 75 times. 9.5 Weeks was a good movie. I remember that movie. Food fights. Yeah. I bet the O'Cuck was probably watching that show. That was probably the O'Cuck's favorite show for the content, homoerotic content. Oh, okay. We need to see screenshots of all that. Listen, man, you better show up on this channel and you better give us all those screenshots, okay? You better give us those screenshots because we saw one of the screenshots, which was the where the Oakuk was saying that Watch Nicholas about the what do you call the Hunger Games? Was it the Hunger Games he called? The Hunger Games watch, real watch collector, Hunger Games or something like that. He's stroking. Before Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke was a great actor. He still is a good actor. Deep throat. That's right. Finn is working the long con. That, by the way, it takes a lot of discipline to work the long con. Working the long con takes discipline. Ah, okay. So the O'Cuck is going to drop Curly. By the way, that whole combination is very weird. That's some weird combo. That's some weird combo because, Curly hated the O'Cuck. I mean, he was on our show. It's on one of our live streams. He was talking about him being a pedo and everything. He is a long. No. The O'Cuck is a 100%. I mean, like, okay, no exaggeration. The guy is a total con man. It is the long con for dumb people. He conned people with the Wizard and Anthony, and yeah, the whole thing. Whole thing is creepy. I gotta tell you, I actually, you know what, I respect. You got to give the guy credit. You got to give credit to do that type of con, like to actually put up with somebody when you totally despise them just to get, steal money from them. I couldn't do that. I'm like too honest. Like, but when I started this channel full time, not full time, but you know what I'm saying. Like last year, everybody was telling me, oh, you got to make friends with Archie, then you can steal the leads and Patel and the whole thing. I was like, fuck these guys. I don't need any of that bullshit. Fuck them where they breathe. Fuck them where they breathe. He didn't pay Nick. Who didn't pay Nick? Curly? Oh, it is 100%. No. The textbook. Listen, O'Cuck is a textbook definition of sociopath. I mean, textbook definition of sociopath. Yeah, 100%. You know what it is? It's like a guy who's like retarded, but he's cunning. He's got cunning. He's got that like cunning. Very. It's cunning. Yeah, that's what it is. Not a cunning linguist, but again, listen. How do you think the guy's? That's why the guy's married, right? The guy's obviously a pedo. He's definitely got the pedo vibes. He's definitely likes dick. Okay, we know that he likes dick, right? But he's married. He claims, "Oh, I'm a family man." Yeah, that's part of the whole sociopath thing. That's part of the whole sociopath thing. I mean, it's so weird and creepy. It is weird and creepy. He was stroke. What did he tell you? Come on, what did he tell you? Give us the details. Give us the details. What exactly did he tell you? Did he say, oh, by the way, hang on. We're gonna do a quick. I'm gonna do this. Okay. I'm gonna give you. Now I'm gonna do a different. I'm gonna do that live stream later. I want to save something for later, because I don't know. We may or may not do the live stream. Who knows? Who knows? We got grifters everywhere. The grifters are out in force. I mean, it's unbelievable. I just want to know. Oh, how good the watch. Oh, okay. Oh, the watch looks so good. Wow. Look at that. Now, what watch do you have? I don't want to. This might expose the guy. Was it like a high-end watch? Like, what kind of watch was it? What was the watch? Oh, there we go. He wants to know where you work, where you live. Which gym do you go to? He wants to know which gym you go to, so maybe he can go to the steam room. He can go to the steam room, so that he could, meet you in the steam room. And how much money? How impressed? Hold on a second. Wait, hold on. Okay, this is weird. Hold on. Wait. Are you saying he asked where you work and how much how much you're making? That's kind of, I know it's interesting. Like in America, like you can talk about anything. You can talk about sex. You can talk about, pedo stuff, bestiality, whatever. The one thing which is, you're never supposed to ask another man is how much do you make? That is like the third rail. Like in America, you never ask how much somebody makes. In Europe, or definitely in Russia, that was like, yeah, how much? That's like a normal thing. It's not considered any whatever. But in America, it's a very, very, it's a taboo. You don't ask somebody how much they make. That's very taboo. I mean, yeah, even like, look, the guy's asking where do you work or what do you do? That's kind of like, he's trying to figure out. But he flat out, hold on a second, he flat out asked you how much you make per year. Did he flat out ask you how much you make per year? It's fucking weird. Oh, okay. High-end stuff. Oh yeah, the cologne. By the way, Finn, what kind of cologne? What's your favorite cologne? Maybe we'll send you some cologne. Finn, what's your First of all, I don't understand something here. This guy allegedly makes a lot of money and he hasn't given us a super chat. This Bukiak hasn't given us a super chat. I don't believe this. You want me to tell you how good the watch looks on you? That's what it is. Of course, he's qualified. Look, that's what he's doing. He's qualifying people, so then he could tell them, "Hey, I can get you a great deal on a Bucherer." Whoa! That's creepy. To do a watch meetup. Watch meetup. Wait, is that true? That could be true. No, but in America, I mean, I don't know, but not American age. Maybe I don't know, but in America, you don't ask somebody how much they make. That's like, whoa, that's like, that's almost like. I mean, I think it's probably more shocking. I think it's more shocking to ask somebody how much they make rather than offering to give them a blowjob. I mean, it's almost like for a straight man, it's like, it's creepy. It's weird. It's very weird in America. But I know, like, in the kind of European or Russian culture, oh yeah, they ask how much you make, But I remember when I came to America, one of the first things I heard was that, oh yeah, you'd never talk about salary. It's very taboo. Oh, you're gonna give us a big super chat. How much? How much are we gonna get here? We need real money here. We need money on this channel. Did he try to sell you an Air King? That's right. Did he try to sell you an Air King? This is the burner account. That's funny. This is big. Okay, this is okay. I think this guy. I think Finn is working the long con. I think Finn is trying to con us. I think Finn is doing the long con on this channel. Whoa! I think this guy Finn is working the super long con. This sounds like a long con. Oh yeah, I'm gonna come when when the Okuck leaves Curly. Meanwhile, okay, he tried to sell his Explorer. Okay. I want the screenshots. I don't even want. Well, I do want the money. I mean, the money is always good, but I do want the screenshots. Are worth more than the money. Screenshots are great. Hang on a second. Yeah, we're gonna hang up. Fuck. Nobody. By the way, I think the Okuck told all the chomos not to come on my channel. All these Archie homos and chomos, he told them not to come on my channel. Otherwise, like Kessler showed up on our channel one time, and then he was like, he got all shamed and everything. The only person that comes on the channel is Baron Red. I put out the link for Baron Red if you want to. Actually, literally, nobody comes on this channel. I mean, we have even Watch Nicholas doesn't come on anymore because I think he's, I think the Okuck told him not to come on our channel. Now, what happened with the colony? I don't understand that. The colony, I thought it was like kind of up and coming. It had like a very homoerotic vibe. We talked about all the weird homoerotic stuff. I do think they had like, I would say like, I did talk about that the in terms of quality like channels. I think the collector wise, I think the watch colony had good demographics. It had like, first of all, it was a younger group, right? It wasn't a bunch of old busted down valises. Like, and if you look at the JJ channel, he's got a bunch of 80-year-old guys there. Curly, Archie, they're all busted old guys, who are on their last legs, and they're all broke. They're all in trailer parks. You got like Mike the Snake. You got all these bums. The watch colony was a very kind of upwardly mobile, metrosexual. It had a very weird homoerotic thing going on with those thumbnails were super cringy and creepy, like super cringy and creepy, like ultra creepy. And but they had like I'm shocked that they would get like people with real watches. I'm really surprised. Why would these people go on that channel? Because if you have real watches, why would you look? Somebody who's got real watches, why would they care what the old cuck thinks? I mean, he's a nobody. Like his opinion is like means nothing. It's almost like going to a homeless guy. It's like trying to flex. Like if a homeless guy said, "Hey, wow, I love your Patek," I mean, like, I'd be like, I'd probably sell the next day. I mean, oh, look at this, the Baron is here. Oh, we got a new laptop.
Yeah, I got a new phone, so I didn't have the I guess the picture I normally use. So
Okay.
This is close enough.
Oh, okay. This is a good picture. This is a good picture. Okay, hang on a second. I just want to catch up on the on the creepy. We got some inside information. We got inside information here. Inside information from Finn saying, if you are seen here, if you are seen on the Watch Reporter channel, insta ban. Wow, look at that. So he talked to a guy who was reprimanded. The Okuk reprimanded somebody for coming here. Oh my God. Adam Menta. I don't know. That guy's Menta, I think, is a bit of a grifter. I mean, like, they're all grifters. They're all grifters, He's a grifter. What? Okay, hang on. Oh, you found out about the Watch Reporter channel, about the hate stream, the #1 hate stream check. Yeah, I'm surprised this channel is not better known.
They're suppressing you.
They are. That's what it's like. Google. It's like Google. They do the what do you call it? They hide
shadow ban.
Shadow ban.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They go to Okuk to social. I think that's what it is. I think the Okuk thing is a weird, like, homoerotic, like, gay bathhouse meetup. And I don't even mean like gay for like sex. Like, it's just a bunch of like gay guys, gossiping, spilling the tea. They're all like gossiping, getting together for at a brunch. With Bloody Marys and mimosas. And they don't even have sex with each other. It's a bunch of like old gay guys who aren't even fucking each other. If they're fucking each other, I mean, at least that's like, okay, that's kind of funny, right? Like, like a giant orgy. But these are just guys who just like to socialize, and they're just, they're just bitchy queens. That's what it is. It's a bitchy queen channel. Oh, look at that. You can
yeah. That's so sad. Like, they won't even they'll talk about you indirectly. That's so sad.
Wow. Wait. Is the Lou on the No, wait. No, holy shit. They have code name? Oh my God, there's a code name for the Watch Reporter channel? Oh Oh my God. Okay. By the way, Baron, hey, I got you on here.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
let's do a quick pivot. We did our look. This channel, we got 3 pillars. Okay. Pillar number 1 is horology. Pillar number 2 is pedo vibes talk. Pillar number 3 is groomer bathhouse talk. And what's the other pillar that we have?
Vintage. I think. Well, I think half the time we talk about vintage auctions.
Oh yeah, auctions. You all do auctions. Oh, anyway, I want to talk. Okay, let's do a quick pivot to a real channel. By the way, there is a crossover because this guy, I think this guy's straight. By the way, but he does work out. So I think maybe there's a lot of guys in the watch colony. They're very into working out and body waxing and all that. So this is Alfredo Paramico. Alfredo Paramico. This guy, he's a diller. He's a diller in Miami. And a collector, diller, whatever, that's a whole whatever. But why are we covering his Instagram? The guy has great taste. He really is very ahead of the game. He's covering trends. But let's see what he has on his Instagram, the latest. What is this? Oh my God, it's a 3940. Why would he have a 3940? Now this is the platinum, which I'm not a fan of the platinum. It says not for sale, only for those who understand. So he's got the minute repeater. The one at the bottom is the minute repeater. Perpetual. But what's interesting about his post, he says, so it's kind of an Italian American English, like it's very like the English is Italianized, like it's kind of translated. So he says, okay, born in the 90s when the Maison still spoke in whispers and only a few were listening. Back when Patek was exclusive. Sharing these not to sell, but to celebrate with those who will feel the same quiet admiration for what once was. So basically, so 2 silent witnesses of Patek Philippe's golden decade when complications met restraint and elegance was never loud. I guess he's saying that Thierry Stern is a boukiak. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah. I mean, that was well written.
Yeah, in a very diplomatic way. He's actually, it's actually kind of very, it's a kind of a insult. When you read between the lines, you see, shit, this is, basically, it's an insult to Terry Stern. But this guy is into like some really exotic stuff. Watch-wise, I'm not talking about sexual stuff. Who knows? I think the guy's heterosexual. But he does lift weights, he takes it very seriously, like the Kyrgyzstan guys. So this is the Gerald Genta. This is a crazy watch. Westminster Perpetual Tourbillon. It's like a chime is repeat. I think this watch cost like $100,000 to service.
It's crazy.
Okay, maybe not 100, but it was like 50, like a real money, not 10,000, like real money, like something crazy. Like I think something like 50,000 or more. It costs to service this. So Gerald Genta is making a big comeback. So if you look at this guy's channel, he's kind of way ahead of the game. But what are the watches that he's spruiking? Okay, is he spruiking Breguet? He's not. These are the real deal Breguets. Okay, this is like real vintage stuff. He's not spruiking modern Breguet. So these are 50s and 60s Breguet watches. You know what it is? There's kind of this like thing, this like artisanal vibe is coming back. This whole artisanal thing. Like what's his name trying to do? What the hell's that guy? Jorn and like Roger Smith. These independent guys are trying to do these like steampunk or artisanal looking things. Daniel Roth. They're all copying basically this. But this is 1950s and 60s, so this is
All right, Colonel. You know what? I think it's funny that you say like, "Oh, this is real Breguet from the 50s and 60s." The design hasn't changed. Like modern Breguet,
it hasn't.
It's exactly like that. Yeah. You might as well say it's just like, hey, this is modern Breguet. Like I wouldn't even know.
I think what it is so okay. So wait. What does it say? Made to order by Breguet in Paris in the 50s and 60s. Minuscule numbers. Ah, okay, there you go. And the differences are some of the bespoke manual production process. So these two examples share the same movement. Okay, chronometer, but okay, both feature a 36 millimeter case, some of the most elegant design. Alfredo Paramico. Yeah, so this is, you know what is, the new ones look a little bit more, mass produced. These were like handmade, basically, like legitimately handmade. So this is 80s. So what he's doing is he's basically, I mean, like in terms of Breguet, I think his cutoff is the Daniel Roth era, like 1980s, because he's big on Daniel Roth, this guy. You see this? This is not the Archie Breguet. This is like 80s Breguet, and more rare.
So this guy is a dealer?
Mm-hmm.
All right. No, I can see that. I think I read an article a couple months back that was saying who owns the Daniel Roth brand right now? Is it LVMH?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw an article just a couple months back, just basically saying that they were going to put more resources behind the brand to kind of make it bigger. So I could see why he's got the interest in Daniel Roth because they're going to have a big marketing push. So he's trying to like cash out.
So this is so he's spruiking Blancpain. Look at this. He's pushing Blancpain here. Annual calendars. Look at this. He's very heavy into the Blancpain. Look at that. But this is it's funny. What is more Breguet? Oh, this is the rare Breguet with a lapis dial that your buddy, the Bruce Lee, wanted to get. That center thing. You see that?
Yeah.
You missed Bruce Lee the other night.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, he was on. He was showing more watches. He was showing us some. What did he show us? Shit. Some exotic stuff. Yeah, you missed.
I'm not surprised. Like everything he owns is exotic.
So this is the Daniel. So he's big on. The Daniel Roth. I tell you, I think Daniel Roth. I'm kind of, again, this is the 90s before the LVMH. They're kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Are you a fan of them?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a distinctive case. The Yeah, I mean, just the way it's done like it works for the case, and it looks like, I mean, you've got a lot going on, but it's not busy at the same time. So I think no, that it's a good looking watch.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's hang on a second. No, it's let me see, let me pull up this guy's one thing here. Uh, yeah, the color is it's got the little pinstripe sign.
Yeah,
It's
no, it's the way that they did the tourbillon, and then on top of that, they've got whatever the retrograde showing, and then the time is kind of just lined up, like it just works. It's kind of like that AP we saw a while back, where it had the tourbillon in the corner.
yeah.
So it just kind of like, I guess that sort of like design kind of reminds me of that, where
There
it's
you
like,
go.
all
Look
right,
at this. Look at this. He's got he's cornered the market in Daniel Roth. He basically goes for like rare. I'm not sure what the guy's. I'm not sure what his deal is. I think I think what he's doing is he goes for some very rare stuff, and then he goes like for more like bread and butter stuff, like the Blanc Pond, which is I don't know. It's interesting, but okay. Oh, so this is.
oh, I I don't hear it. Is there sound?
That's the Gerald Gento we just saw.
Hey, Colonel, there's no sound coming out.
Oh, you don't hear the sound?
No, nothing. It's just
Wow.
quiet.
Oh, maybe the Instagram doesn't appear. Okay, but anyway, basically he's talking about. Okay, whatever. Well, somebody's gonna have to go later, but anyway, he bought. So this watch was like originally at retail, it was $1.3 million at retail at list. This watch in the '90s. Three. Okay. Oh, so he paid 75 grand to service the watch. That's how much he paid to service it.
That's nuts.
Yeah, to service the watch. But it's like the watch must be. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Baron?
That guy's jacked for an old guy.
Yeah, no, he's jacked. Yeah.
Even if you were younger, he'd still be jacked. That's crazy.
Do you think that what's his name? What's that guy on the Colony? What the hell's his name? You know, the twink guy. Shit. Soigego. Is he following? Is Soigego following this guy? Probably because they, it could be like, there's a whole thing going on. There's a whole. I think the guy's straight. I'm pretty sure he's straight. No, this is a stunning watch. Another minute repeater. Wow, look at this. Unbelievable. I mean, this is like this. Yeah, this is like some real. I think if you have a Breguet, you gotta have the day and the week. Excuse me, the day and the month in French. It has to be in French, not English.
Mm.
Oh, this is also minute repeater.
Yep. Yeah, you can tell from the switch on the side.
Wow. Look at that. Look at the details. Look at that. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's all done by hand, even to this day.
Wow. It's you, Paramico, Archie, Breguet men, old Breguet men. Frank Mueller. Okay, so Frank Mueller is basically this. Oh, look at this minute. Oh, another minute repeater. This was 500 grand. Oh my God. This was 500 grand back in the day.
No, but back when Frank Mueller was, I guess like the watch to get.
In the early 2000s. Oh my God. But if you go through this channel, basically this stuff is going to be the stuff that's kind of like, again, like Ebel. When did you hear this? Ebel. Oh, this is 2 years ago. Oh, look, yeah, that makes sense. Look, he started pushing Ebel 2 years ago, and and that's kind of like Ebel started, picking up. He doesn't have a lot of posts. This is not a lot of posts over here. But yeah, basically this is the deal. So look at this. This guy is a kind of ahead of the curve, right? Like a lot of this stuff only started. When was this? This. I mean, he was ahead of the curve on a lot of these things.
I mean, okay, so do you think he's pushing these trends, or do you think he's just kind of like connected, and so he's hearing a lot of stuff?
No, I think he's a very smart guy. I think he's a very smart guy who understands kind of where things are going, and then he starts accumulating the inventory, and then oh my God, I think this is another minute repeater. Yeah, it is a minute repeater. It is. And then people copy, but it takes them a while. But it's interesting if he's pushing the Patek 3940 and the other stuff, that means that's very bullish for Patek, because that's kind of what's going on. All these grifters are now starting to push the Patek 30, the perpetual.
Mm-hmm.
man, this is actually kind of a cool watch. I mean, it's very funky. Like, you know what I mean? This is like, wow.
All right, so just on that topic, real quick, it reminds me of who is that guy, Bruce Williams or something like that. I remember you telling me about this guy over in the UK, right? He was taking the brigades and he was putting them on, just like casual straps, to dress them down,
Hmm.
and
Oh
he
yeah,
was
yeah,
pushing and he was pushing the tradition,
yeah. That's
right?
no, yeah, he's doing cheaper stuff. That's the Watch Bros London or something. London Brothers, Watch Brothers London or something like that.
Yeah, and I only bring that up, right? Because like so he was pushing that was months ago, and then recently, right? I guess relatively recently, Archie buys the tradition.
Yeah, and I think the Breguet thing is no. Oh no, Bruce. No, we got two different guys. No, Bruce Williams is a guy. That's the guy. I think he's like in Utah or something. But there's a guy in the Watch Brothers guy. He's also pushing. Like a lot of guys are trying to push Breguet, but they're pushing modern Breguet,
Mhm.
right? So there's a big difference, right, between the
Yeah,
modern and the vintage, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
But
it's like,
I only brought that up as an example of like, I was like, well, somebody's pushing something, and then you see people actually just they start buying it because
yeah, no, but yeah, no. I think Bruce Williams was the first guy to push the one that Archie has. That what is it? That's the one we're talking about. Yeah, the Skelt or whatever. And then
yeah.
the Dirty Sanchez TGV, Urban Gentry got one.
Hmm.
Then Archie got one. And I think who else got? I think JJ Bukiaka got one.
Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, because other people in Archie's kind of like circles
Yeah, it's all of
start buying. Yeah.
Bukyakistan. I mean, it's like these guys are lemmings. All of Bukyakistan is is going all in on this stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hang on a sec. Let's see. So he's got offshores. Oh, look at this. Is interesting. This is kind of interesting. 8 Royal Oak offshores, complete set. Oh my God! Wow. When was this? Wow, this is like 5 years ago. Uh, were people into the offshore back then? The offshore, I think, was what was going on with the offshore? Let me see. What has he got here? Wow. Gerald Genta, yeah. So this guy was pushing Genta like before people really started talking about Gerald Genta. They were talking about, maybe the Nautilus and the Royal Oak. So this and look at this sweater. What do you think of this sweater? This is what else? What else we got here? Well, these are kind of funky. Some funky Royal Oaks. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go all the way back. Oh, so he was a fat guy. What happened was all of a sudden, this is him. This was okay. So basically, he was like a fat guy, not like Archie, but he was he was chunky. And then I
Hmm.
guess he decided to this guy's jaw. I mean, the thing with the stomach, that's kind of disgusting. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. It's like kind of like it looks little creepy. Like, I mean, those are like muscles, right? They have to be muscles, right?
Yeah, yeah, the abs. I mean, it like to get it like that. It's genetics and lighting.
Because they're not supposed to be. I mean, the stomach muscles are not supposed to be sticking out like that.
I think it depends on what how your genetics are.
Oh, okay, I never heard of that. I've never seen. I mean, that looks like really creepy. Like it's he's got the rainbow fire. Yeah, look at this. Now look. He was pushing stuff way before. Well, this is three. This is what 6, 7 years ago almost. 6 years ago plus 6, 7 years ago. Let's see what else was he put. Yeah, I mean this is and look this again. This how many years ago? It's 361 weeks. That's 6 years ago, right?
361 weeks.
Yeah.
7. Well, I mean, because if you just
Oh, okay. See, that's
just
why
do a quick, yeah.
that's why you're the accountant. Okay, so 7 years ago, that would have been 2018 or 19. What year is that? 2018 or 19? 7 years ago. But 7 years ago, nobody was really talking about the Rainbow Daytona. Nobody was. That wasn't something people were talking about. The Rainbow
Uh,
Daytona as like a hype watch only came into being maybe in like 2000,
like
like COVID
3 years
era.
ago or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like late COVID era, People were just bored, and all of a sudden. But this guy was very early on this stuff, very early. Wow, look at this. Look at interesting. Wow, now this is a nice Rolex bracelet. Look at it. The diamonds are on that Jubilee type of
Uh,
thing.
yeah, in the center. Yeah.
Much better. What do you think? Oh shit! I just read. What do you think of the Rolex? This Rolex that we were talking about when you joined on the what do you call it? The new launch.
Land Dweller.
Yeah, whatever it is, the piece of shit. What do you think of that?
I'm not a fan. It looks too like, I don't know, like down market, and I don't think that's the way Rolex should go. They should just
Down
maintain their
market.
position.
Wow. Did you just say down market?
Yeah, that's how it looks. It just kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it looks too casual. But that's the thing. Even though I know it's stressy because it's got the the Jubilee bracelet, and it's got the fluting, but like, just, I don't know. It's like the way it's integrated. It's just kind of got this kind of like, I don't know,
Tissot vibes.
like the PRX. Yeah, that's probably what spoiled it. And even though I know like the Tissot is kind of like based on the oyster quartz, it's still, I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't look like
Yeah, it
elegant.
looks
I don't know,
cheap.
but
It looks cheap and
that's just my
nasty.
opinion. Yeah,
You think it looks cheap and nasty? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the type of watch. That's the type of watch. Like you're not gonna get laid with that watch, basically. I mean, it's
And
kind of
the
like,
dial, that dial is terrible with the honeycomb pattern.
yeah.
Because when you're looking at it, you're like what's going on with this dial? Is this solar or something?
Oh, it's funny. That's what exactly. Yeah, it's got like it's a lot of different design elements. Too many design elements. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it would have been better off if they just kept, like, I don't know, they made it like simpler. Like, if they wanted to release something like that and just brought back, like the oyster quartz.
Look at this. He was pushing these gem set Daytonas 8 years ago. 8 years ago, and when did all of a sudden the gem set Daytona? When did this stuff become hot? Only in the last couple of years,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
last 3 years.
yeah. And I
3 years.
think I think it's gonna fade out.
Right.
I don't think gem sets it's a trend that's gonna be enduring.
I agree. Yeah, it's all these things like we're talking about, like those integrated bracelets, the geezer watch stuff. I think it's another trend that might last another year or so. Yeah, people. I think what's happening is collectors, they want more and more novelty. People, as they get more involved, as they get deeper in the hobby, so to speak.
Yeah,
They need novelty. They just need new stuff, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
No, I think it's like, yeah, with all the people that got into it, like they start collecting, and then people with means, they're gonna get something really nice, and then they see their friends have something similar. They're like, all right, how do I one up this guy? And
exactly. I want to have something which is going to be weird. It doesn't have to be more expensive. It just has to be more like you've never seen it before, right? It's got to be like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then at some point, like there's gonna be nowhere to go, and then they're all right. We're gonna move on to the next thing now, and that's what's gonna happen.
No, there's always somewhere to go. No, hold on. Look at this. I have never seen this in my life. Look at this. This is a perpetual minute repeater with a diamond bezel. Unbelievable. Look at this. Like this is I've never even seen this before.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan. Like the only diamond bezel I like is the way they did it on the Royal Oak. I think it's because they have the the screws, the fake screws in
Oh,
there,
okay.
like to break it up. So I think it works.
Yeah, this is actually, I'm looking at this. Yeah, this is a little bit like too, it's a little too.
It's like someone was looking at the fluted bezel on a Rolex, and they're like, all right,
Oh shit, that's so
yeah,
funny.
how
That's so
how
funny.
can I do this, but not do this and make it more extravagant?
That is so spot on. That is so spot on. Exactly. That's what it looks like. And you know what's crazy though? I think sometimes when you have the polished metal, it looks better than diamonds. Like the baguette, like the markers, sometimes they look better as white gold versus because they reflect light better. They just show.
Mhm.
And same thing here, but this is yeah. So this guy is again. Look at this. This guy was very far ahead of these trends. Um, Shit, this is going back almost 10 years ago.
All right, here's a general kind of diamond question. I don't know if you know the answer to this though, but
Hmm.
do the diamonds reflect it better on a white background or a black background? Because I always thought, uh, because I always heard that, like when you buy diamonds loose, they always show it to you on a black background, just so that like I guess it hides the flaws better, and it's also like it stands out more just because of the contrast.
Yeah, I thought they show them on white. Usually, diamonds are handled in like in a little white, on white, what do you call it? Little folded paper type of thing. No, usually,
I mean,
I think white is I think I have no idea. I mean, I've always seen it as like a white on white paper. I've never
yeah.
bought
So
diamonds. I've never.
same. No, yeah, and I don't mean for like to other dealers. I mean when they're selling to the retail customer.
Oh, to a retail customer.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know. Wow. Man, this guy has stuff here. Like, look at this. This is going way back in a time machine, and this is the stuff that's been hot in the last couple of years.
Mhm.
And he was doing this almost 10 years ago. Oh, this is all this. This is again the Gerald Genta stuff. Nobody was showing this. Okay. This is 460 weeks. That's 9 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 9 years ago was what year? That was 2016.
Yeah. Let's just say 2016 to make it easy. Yeah.
2016. Oh my God. Wow. Shit, time flies. Okay. In 2016, like nobody was talking about Gerald Genta. This would have been like considered a joke.
Mhm.
And now it's like the hottest thing. Like, it's not in the mainstream. It's not in Chomo stand, but like in like watch collectors, like this is. So this guy is like again, years way ahead of everybody. Way ahead. And this piece of shit, I hate this thing, but people like this. Cartier. It's the Cartier.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Uh, amazing stuff. Yeah, this is like so. This is really when, uh, yeah, in 2016, the watch market was relatively, subdued, relatively speaking.
Mhm.
Uh, let's see what it.
Yeah, because that was still back when like everyone thought like like traditional wristwatches they're just gonna like die. It was gonna be the next quartz crisis because the smartwatches were taking over.
Yeah, yeah, no. I think this. Okay, so I'm assuming these pictures were when this was he was probably using Instagram to sell this. So this was the stuff he was selling basically. Okay, so Submariner, Tiffany Doll. Tiffany Doll, Submariner. Uh, okay, so this was the merchandise that he was spruiking. Uh, Interesting.
All right, so now I'm thinking,
That's a stomach 10 years ago. Smaller. A little bit smaller, right?
yeah, I mean it's probably like the angle and the lighting that makes it pop out like that. So it's probably not like like if you probably see it in person, it's not that impressive.
Let's see what else has he got here. Wow, no, look at this. So he his like what he's selling he completely pivoted. Like this Rolex, this is like all this bullshit, like vintage. This is the traditional like vintage crap that all the other assholes dealing like this. This bullshit stuff. These the tin can watches. That's like. And he pivoted. He was doing this like 10 years ago, right? And then he completely pivoted to like this more exotic type stuff. Look at this, and that is that's the first post. Look at that. That's the gem set GMT. Interesting. Wow, this is like a whole evolution. Wow. Yeah, the tomato can channels talk about Chomo Stan and it's rough.
No, the other channels, they don't talk about it, they live it.
Oh my God. No, this is unbelievable. All right. Oh, you know what we have to do later in the week? I'm going to do like a live stream. We're going to do the Monaco Legends. The auction catalog came out. Coming up.
All right, yeah, send it to me. I'm free on Thursday.
Okay, we'll try to do something Thursday. We'll try to do Monaco Legends. Nothing great. It's not like really anything that exciting, to be honest. There's a couple of interesting watches, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
So, but we'll catch up with you.
Yeah.
Okay, Barrett, go ahead.
Yeah, let's just go back real quick to the Rolex Land Dweller. I just want to make a comment. You're talking about the rotor on the back. Their rotor that they're using reminds me of the IWC rotor because they do it the same way too with the where they hollow it out.
Hang on, let me pull it up. Let me see.
Yeah, pull up the IWC Portugueser.
No, I don't like this hollowed. It looks cheap and dirty. Yeah. Something about that rotor just looks so nasty.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, pull up the IWC Portugueser.
I don't want to even look at it. I don't want. IWC, I find IWC just like it's like I don't want to catch anything from looking at those.
Okay.
It's it's the bottom of the barrel. IWC.
You know what? But I'm also not surprised that they did it like that because this is like, what is this like the second watch or something like that they're using a display case back, so they don't really know what they're doing and they're not really like.
Come on. Here's the thing: these guys should. I mean, they should know. They have no excuses. They have no excuses. But this looks very sloppy amateur. Like this, this really does look like some sort of like low budget, garbage.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of like, all right. I don't think Rolex, when they come out with stuff, they don't really put out like finished products. They put something out that's good enough, right? And they just kind of roll with it, and then they do these little tweaks along the way. And sometimes the tweaks make it better, and other times it doesn't. Because
it's the beta version. It's the beta version, basically.
Yeah.
Beta release.
All right. Yeah. All right. Because they like how long ago was it? A year or 2 years ago or something like that? They bought Bucherer, right? So Bucherer, for their movements, their famous thing is they do this thing. It's called the periphery rotor. I mean, like other companies, they do it for their high end. Yeah, they could have done this for this watch, and then
that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the idea of showing this bullshit display, which like there's nothing there to look at even. I mean, it's like looking at a sausage factory at Curly. Don Corleone is a sausage factory in his attic. I don't want to see that stuff. I want like the that periphery rotor from Buchar is actually cool. That would have been some. That's probably what they're going to do, right? Because they're going to use the Buchar movement. I'm assuming.
I don't know, because I don't know how difficult it is to implement that, because
Mm,
also Rolex, they do, it's a mass production, so if they figure it's too much work to get it done on a mass scale, they might
okay.
not do it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but this makes it look very, very. Uh, yeah, this is very disappointing. Yeah, but all the peasants. I mean, the peasants love this watch. The this what
You
do
know
you
what,
call it? The
they
grifter
love it.
effect.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
they love it
grifter
because
effect.
it's new. They love it because it's new. Let's see how they feel about it in 2 3 years.
Yeah, no, I think this is gonna go stale like bad bread. Like by the end of the summer, people are gonna be dumping this. Like no, but who was it? Juan from Juan and Kino loves this watch. Well, because he's old. It reminds him of the oyster quartz. He had an oyster quartz. That tells you what kind of a low life he is. He actually he admitted to having buying the oyster quartz originally in 1980. And the Grifter of Venice likes this watch. The O'Cuck likes this watch. They're all very bullish on it. So I mean, and these are basically real trash, bottom of the barrel. This is like
No.
scum of the earth. I don't see Alfredo Paramico buying the oyster quartz. I don't see him rushing out to get one. But that's the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is yeah, no, it's very interesting. Yeah, beta release for the beta males, the beta males
Yeah.
of Chomo stand.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
All right. So I could see Rolex keeping the hype going if they control quantities for this. If they do low production on this,
Ah,
and then they could. But I don't think Rolex is going to do that. Just because they're just so big. They make so many watches. They're gonna flood the market, and then this is gonna. I think it's gonna flop, and then it's gonna go away. It's kind of like when they released 1908.
yeah.
You know, they had a hype for a little bit, and then nothing. You know.
Yeah, it's it could what this is. This could be like one of these things where they do maybe like a limited release, but it's because they've had a lot of ugly, disgusting watches that they did in a limited release, which is like that celebration. That's all these stupid novelty, goofy things. They were limited.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean that was just a dial though. So I think that's like it's lower cost for them to do that because they can just reuse the case and everything else. They
Yeah,
just they make like whatever, just a couple of extra thousand dials, and then that's it. But this is more of an investment for Rolex. I don't know. The only way I could see them saving this is if they have something where it's like, all right, like we'll sell you this, and we'll also release a couple of authorized, like straps to go along with it, and then
mm,
it'll kind of like it'll just be like a novelty thing because Rolex doesn't really do that.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's okay. Oh, the 1908.
But
What happened to the 1908? That was the hype thing last year. The 1908. Everybody was the
yeah, it
1908.
because it was new and it was kind of like they hyped it for like I don't know, maybe like 2 3 months, and that's it. And then it's like you haven't heard anything since.
No, this is going to be the 1908. This is the same type of thing. It's the same bull. Oh, I think they had the same rotor, right? That's the same rotor for the 1908. They had this rotor, right? For the 19.
I don't recall. We're gonna have to pull it up.
I don't even want to look at it. It's just
Okay.
it's yeah. I mean, they're not paying me this fucking Rolex, and this stuff is just like this. But the more I look at some of their stuff, it's like you appreciate them, but this is just trash. It's just
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah, and just looking at this right now, just going back to my comment before, like like it would be kind of cool if they release strap support. It doesn't look like this has quick release, so I don't think they're gonna offer straps for it.
If it was on a strap, I think on a strap would be better because this bracelet is actually ugly. The bracelet is ugly. I think on a strap would be a little
The dial's ugly too.
No, the whole thing is a hot mess.
Yeah.
But but yeah, they might iterate. They might whatever. I don't know. Who knows with these people? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
All right,
guess
Baron.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, the important thing is at least well, they're trying something different. So I'll
That's
give
a
them that.
positive. That is a positive. No, it's good. Look, they're taking a risk. I mean, it's a positive. They are not doing the same old usual. I mean, like I think they're gonna. You know what it is? They're probably gonna come out. This is probably sort of like an appetizer. This is kind of like a garbage piece. I think probably they're going to have something. There's a very good chance that they're going to have something really mind blowing. That they're using this as sort of like the red herring to distract from what's going to be really cool. They may have something very cool that they release.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they could be because there's a very good chance they're going to have something really mind blowing, and this thing is just just to distract, just to fuck with people's heads.
Yeah, I mean, because this is supposedly going to be released on April 1st, tomorrow. So we will see. That would be like the ultimate prank.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Baron, thank you again, and we'll thank our show sponsors. We got a new donator, YouTube Nutzer, $2.50. We got Lou Silver, Baron Lou Silver, $5, and of course we got the Green Rush, $28. So we made almost $28 today. This is unbelievable gold rush doing these live streams. I mean, this is like incredible.
Yeah. So, well, the important thing is that the viewers, it's not so much the super chats, even the super chats help that pay for the channels. It's all the wires that are coming in.
Exactly. That's right. The wires. That's right. We forgot about the wires. Yeah, we got to get those wires to come in.
Yeah, but more importantly, we need the viewers to hit the subscribe and like button, and then if you are a member, send your watches in for review at brutalwatchreviews@gmail.com.
Exactly.
And the Colonel will do a review, but no shitters.
100%. All right, Baron. We'll see you later in the week. Thank you again.
Yep. I'll see you on Thursday. Thank you.